What makes you different as a realtor? Hi, my name is Jim McCord, and that is a question that you as a real estate agent need to be able to answer. What makes you different than all the other realtors? Why should I list my home, my land, my condo, my farm, my commercial property with you? What makes you better than all the other realtors? Well, that is a great question, and it is a question that most realtors are uncomfortable answering. I love it, and here's why. Mr. or Mrs. Seller, I am different than any realtor you've ever met. Let me tell you why. First off, I focus on listing. That is my focus. I list properties for people, and I'm better at that, in my opinion, than any other realtor in the market. I'll share with you why. I always use drone photos when it's warranted, and normally it is warranted. I always hire a top-notch, the top real estate photographer in my area, always. I am always going to be honest with you about price, comps, condition of your property, and what should be done to make it market better. And the reason that is important, as really the main reason it's important to me, all those things are important to a seller, but to me that's important because the only business, I'm a listing agent, I let them know that. I work buyers when buyers call me, but I don't go after buyers. I'd much rather list property, because when you always have listings, you always have plenty of buyers. And what I'm going after is not just any listing. I'm going after the expired listings, recent and past. And when I say past, up to 3, 4, 5 years ago that it had expired. And those are almost many times better than the recent listings, because the recent listings have dozens of realtors calling them and mailing them stuff. The older expired listings, I'm typically the only one. But again, I don't just go after any expired listing. I go after the expired listings where the previous agent used really bad photos, and that is so important. Sellers don't know it. Most realtors don't know it. Let's face it. I've been a real estate coach for the last 7 years. I've been on over 170 different MLSs, and I have not yet found one where there isn't at least 30% of the expired photos in the MLS that are bad photos, either bad first photos or bad photos throughout. Quite often the realtors are still taking their own photos with their cell phone. I see it all the time. And when you explain to a seller why that's important, why photos are so important, especially that first photo, you know, buyers get on their cell phone, their tablet, their laptop, they put in the parameters they want when they're searching for a home. And whether they're on Keller Williams, EXP, Coldwell Banker, Sotheby's, Zillow, Realtor.com, whatever site they're on, they get a one-line printout of all those homes that match their parameters. And all they see is the first photo, a very short description, a price, and an address. So that first photo is everything. And over 95% of the first photos today in most MLSs are standing in the front of the yard, right in the street, taking that photo. Less than 5% are aerial photos. And it's not just the aerial photo, it's all the photos in the MLS, but the aerial photo is the most important. So anyway, that's what makes me different. And it's really important because the business that I'm going after is expired listings where they had bad photos. And we all know how many agents will overprice a listing just so they get the listing. We know that is commonplace, almost normal in our industry. It's really sad. And I've just explained that to the seller, and I can give them plenty of examples. All I need to do is get on the MLS in a really hot market, in a really hot price, and pull those listings that have been on the market for 6 months, 9 months, a year, sometimes 2 years and more, and say, look at this awesome house. Look at this. Here's why it's on the market this long. It's overpriced. Agents that tell you that your house is worth way over market value are doing the same thing to you, and in the long run, they're damaging your house by giving you a price that they know you'll be happy with, that they know is not likely to sell it. So anyway, that's how I answer the question, how are you different than all the other realtors? So, you know, if you don't know how to answer that question, consider using the same response that I just gave you. But in order to do that, you do need to start going after expired listings with bad photos. And when you do that, I can absolutely promise you, I've been licensed since 1993, it is the best target, the best prospects to go after are the expired listings, old and new, and like I say, up to 5 years old, where the previous agent had bad photos. You will get no better prospect than that. Jim McCord, I also wrote a book about 7 years ago. It's Revolution in Real Estate Sales. It quickly became a #1 bestseller in the real estate industry on Amazon. You can get this book for right around $8 or $9 on Amazon. They change the price every now and then. But #1 bestseller. It's a short book because, like I said, I'm a listing agent. So I didn't write this book to train agents on all aspects of selling real estate. I wrote this book to train agents on a unique way to prospect for listings. Not cold phone call, not door knock, not constant mailings. That's what I did my first 15 years until I devised this system myself. It really works. So the book's less than 100 pages. It's about $9 on Amazon. Revolution Real Estate Sales, or you can type in Jim McCord in Amazon and you'll get it. All right, I will also put my phone number and my email in the description of this video. So feel free to call me or message me. Happy to answer any questions you might have. When you're asked, how are you different than other realtors, you need a really good answer. There is no better answer than the one I just gave you. You guys have a great day.